B, and the current standings, the way they are, have already qualified in the top 4. Does it matter whether they win by how much?
It is already, it's one of the best, let's say, worst scenario you can see here, because already Al Sadd has been qualified for the Final Four. They're just waiting to see which team will be their opponent from Group A. Al Khor is already, they know that they will finish 8th, so they will have a chance to fight from the fifth for the fifth position. But both teams, the way they play, they give everything. There is no way to think for Al Sadd that, okay, we have qualified, let's recover a little bit, load management, whatever. Or Al Khor that say, okay, we don't have also our top scorer, Duda Sanadze again, let's go and have fun. No, both teams will fight hard. Both teams want to win or do the best they can do, so it will be a good game.
Al Shamal and Al Rayyan, they'll appear immediately after this match. The way Al Rayyan are playing, they are almost set for a victory. Could this be the first victory of the season?
If this will be a huge upset, because Shamal is running hard to even finish in the first top 2 positions in the other group. It's an open race, and if they will lose to Rayyan, which is the last team of the group, it will be a huge upset. I don't believe it will happen. I believe Shamal right now, we have also, I do not know if they will use also another addition they had, Mansour Al-Hadari. But it will be a very interesting game also, because we saw against Garafa, Rayyan will fight in the last moment. And we saw how effective is Rayyan. If Shamal now, with Emir Muikic returning, Faris in in good shape, this is they are the champions. So,
and should Shamal win, they'll kick away from Wakra, so they'll only contend between Gharafa and Al Arab.
No. Sorry to disappoint.
Give it to me.
Yeah, no, because the scenarios are crazy in the other group. So far, they are in the same place with Wakra, same number of victories.
So let's have a look at the charts.
Because just to explain to our viewers, we don't have game because they will need to fix a little bit the height of the rim.
So we've got Gharafa, Arabi, Shamal.
Okay.
Now, should Shamal win?
We go here. We go to the groups.
Okay.
Let's go to the groups. Group A, it's done already. Yeah. Arabi and Sad will be fair, and Dakhli, Arabi, Sad, Dakhli, Khor, they know their position.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4 things. Let's go to Group B where all the drama happens.
Yes.
Right now we have Garaf at the top, Shamal with Wakra 7-3, with Shamal on top because they have beat them twice. And now this is the story how it's gonna go. Well, all teams are counting that they will beat Qatar and Rayyan, which are respected teams, but they are the last. So everything will be decided this week, next week, sorry. No, this week, sorry. Between these 3 teams, we have the Garafa Shamal game on Thursday. And on Saturday, we have the Garafa Wakra game. So nobody can lose from Rayyan or Qatar. If any team will lose from Wakra or Shamal, then yes, they are close to be out. Because it is, as we say, these are losses outside of their the pace of the standards.
Competition. All right. So in Group B, where, like you said, where all the action is, it's revolved around the 3 teams, and mainly the 2 teams, really, Al Wakra and Al Shamal.
And Garafa.
Garafa's almost...
There is a scenario for Garafa.
Okay.
If Garafa will lose to Wakra, and they lose to Shamal because they play with both, then there is a chance all 3 teams will be on the top of the standings with the same points, 21. Then it should be a separate standing to see what will happen in this 3-team tie scenario. In this scenario, Garafa stays out.
Wow.
Shamal goes first.
Yep.
Wakra, if this scenario, we're speaking about scenarios, guys, just to explain, nobody to think because it's easy here to misunderstand. We're speaking about which are the scenarios for the Group B where all the drama is going on.
And they're only scenarios. They're all what-ifs.
A lot. Also, the game that follows our own, it's also a big scenario because what if Shamal will lose to Rayyan?
Correct.
We saw Rayyan fighting until the last 2 minutes against Garafa.
Correct.
What they do?
Absolutely. And
they cannot. Nobody can relax. Nobody from this group can relax. Nobody can say, okay, I play with Qatar is not in good shape or Rayyan hasn't won any game. Okay, let's take it lightly. No way, because especially you have Rayyan, the blue chip of the Qatar League, you have Qatar, also a team that has the last 3-4 years has established themselves, so they they don't want to lose to anybody. They will try to win.
Nobody wants to lose, and nobody wants to lose from this match. This is round 12, game 45 of 90 between Al Khor and Al Sad. Al Sad playing in the predominantly black, running from left to right. Al Khor playing in the white and blue stripes, running from right to left. You have the names of our referees or not yet?
The names for our referees, let me check. It is, I don't have yet, but we have. It's
yeah, regular referees.
Walid,
that we have
Bender, no, it's and Khalid Al-Hibabi.
Okay. So for
Very
the Al
good
Khor
referees,
team,
all three of them.
for the Al Khor team, we've got Ahmed Al Douh, Muhammad Naif, Alvin Mufanaya, Muhammad Al Kumi, and Muhammad Dawood as the tip-off starts. It's Costas. He finds Abu Isa to
Fotis, because Labropoulos, no way.
We're gonna Lampropoulos.
Fotis like Kostas. Kostas and Fotis. This is
Fotis.
Greek names.
Okay, we'll call him Fotis.
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 Fotis. Yes.
Fotis.
Fotis.
Fotis. Al Khor through the number 15, Dawood. He finds, now we see another player that's not on the list here, number 5.
Mustafa Lassin, the captain of
Number 5, so we go to our list.
Of Al Khor.
Mustafa Lassin.
Yes, the captain of Al Khor.
So Mustafa.
This is, we need just to explain to our viewers because Khor has too many injuries during the course of the season and players are playing like Ahmed Youssef, the starting point guard, is out. Mustafa Lassin, he has missed previous games. Duda Sanadze, the top scorer, is not playing also due to an injury. He's at the end of the bench. Injuries is a big factor for Khor this year.
So Dieng comes away with it for Al Sad. Quick hands to Costas. He finds Abu Isa. Abu Isa back to Costas. Back to Abu Isa standing on the flank, unmarked. He shakes to pass. Finds Costas. He also shakes to pass. Loses the ball to Abu Isa. Picks up the crumbs.
It's 3 seconds in the paint, Abu Isa. And we need to find the solution because there is Faisal Abu Isa and Abdurrahim Abu Isa on the court. And Sultan Abu Isa on the bench.
So let's call Faisal.
Faisal and Abdurrahim. Faisal is number 7, Abdurrahim is number 23. They are cousins, not brothers.
Cousins, are they? Yeah.
Sultan is brother with Abdurrahim on the bench.
Alvin Mufu Nanya with a reverse dunk. 8:43 gone left on the clock. Al Khor strike first with the first 2 points of the match. And there's their next 2. 4-0. Al Khor.
Al Khor tries to outrun the usually quick Al Sad. It's important to see how Al Sad will react in this game because, as we said, they have qualified already in the Final Four. They don't have a huge lineup, a huge roster, so let's see how they will play, if some players will feel like more of a relaxed. But it's difficult for them to relax because their style is a fast-paced basketball.
So Vasilis having a couple of words to say from the sideline. Already
Vasilis Bratsiakos, the coach.
Already into the action.
He saw already that some of his players are a little on the cool side now because it's difficult to motivate when you have already succeeded the first of your goals and you want some time to recover. It's difficult to motivate.
Mustafa to Muhammad Ali to Alvin, and Alvin extends his team's lead at 6-3, 7:55 left on the clock in the first quarter of the Men's Basketball League. Costas, Abu Isa, Faisal Abu Isa, it's there, finds the basket. Costas telling his teammates to just keep it down, trying to encourage the intensity. Mustafa. Muhammad Ali. Or Ali Muhammad.
Ali.
We'll call him Ali.
Yeah.
Dieng picks up the crumbs from unsuccessful shot, a long pass to Costas. Costas has no problem finding the rim. 8 plays 6. Sad have taken the lead. Mustafa. Ali. Alvin. Alvin with a jump shot. Unsuccessful. Dieng comes away with it. He dribbles downtown. Costas for three again. Unsuccessful.
It's a defensive foul on Alvin. Number 9 on Babakar, I think.
Costas finds Dieng. Back to Costas. Costas to Fotis to
Abdurrahim
one of the Abu Aces.
stepped in the most tricky part of the court. He stepped out on bound. We see this too many times because there is only space of 60 centimeters at the end of the three-point line. A lot of times we see players stepping out of bounds trying to make their move.
Flirting with danger.
Yes.
8th place 6. Al Sad, they lead with 6:26 left on the clock. He's at Mustafa Lashin.
Already Al Sad will try to add more pressure on Ali or Mustafa Lassin, depending who's gonna bring the ball in the front court, because we know that Al Khor doesn't have right now a point guard.
Dawood to Ali. Ali, Alvin. Alvin loses it. It's been stripped away by Costas. Costas, Fotis. Fotis to second attempt unsuccessful as Ali comes away with it for Al Khor. He loses it. A second steal by Costas. Costas is playing magnificent so early on. Unsuccessful three-pointer by Dieng. Abu Isa back to Dieng. Dieng with a drop shot. Not quite there. He comes Mustafa, the captain, and he makes it look so easy. 8-8.
One man fast break. This is the game of Mustafa Lassin. If he has an open space, he will run, and very difficult to catch him.
Dieng. Dieng tries to drive forward and earns himself an opportunity to increase the lead.
Yes. One thing that Al Sadd always tries to do is, okay, they play a very high pace game. They will try also to have some inside moments, either with number 6 Fotis, Labropoulos, which is the family name, but we say to help our brother Samuel Rico, we keep it Fotis. And also Babakar, who is a guard, but he's a big guard, 196, he can play inside, and this can help them. That's why they try not only to shoot with sharp shooters like Kostas Vasiliadis and Faisal Abu Isa. And it's very good addition, and they're waiting for Omer Saddles to return. With, hopefully he will play today after close to 1 month. It was a big loss for them not having Omer Sad, but they recovered it with Abdurrahim Abu Isa coming back from the States. Nice quarterback. This is American football. The quarterback, Babakar Abu Isa, found the line back. No. What is the winger? No.
Naif. He finds Mustafa, his captain.
Excellent
and
job from
supported
Alvin.
there by Alvin. I was going to say Galvin for a second.
Excellent job. He has been in Doha from 2011 when he came out of college with Al Arabi, with Qatar, and the last 2 years ago, last time he played, he was with Al Sadd. Alvin Mofwana.
So 11-11, the scores are deadlocked one more time as Dieng tries to bring it out for the Al Sadd team. 4:36 left on the clock. Costas to Abdurrahim. Abdurrahim back to Costas. How did Costas get there from here? He was just here, then he's there. He's a magician.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
He is a magician. Costas, the number 0, the Greek national. Have a look at him. He's playing like he's 10 years old. He's got energy to burn. Abu Isa. Back to Costas. Costas. An overpass to Abdurrahim. Abdurrahim to Abu Isa. Abu Isa to Fotis. Fotis. Second time round. 16-11, 3:59 and a timeout call.
They play the excellent basketball. They play team basketball, and one of the reasons are the Kostas and also Fotis and the young kids and the system of the coach. They play very well, and you know what improves how they play good as a team? Abdurrahim Abu Issa didn't even practice with them. He just landed from USA 2 of January. He go and played after his quarantine, and in the first game he scored immediately 15 points, not by taking the ball and dunking, by a team play. They have so good foundation of the team play, so everybody who will come, even with only one practice, understands what the coach needs, and he plays for the team.
And we have to say, Vasilis, he's done a fantastic job. He's got, it's not easy coaching a young team that haven't played together before, and trying to gel them and bring them to the levels and the championships that they've actually entered and almost got away with.
Yeah, this is unbelievable success so far for Al Sadd. Remember what happened last year, that they didn't have even imports, so they had some problems. Coach came very late, and this year, with the same core of players, only young players, and only players from the grassroots of Al Sadd, Babakar, Faisal, Omar Saad, now Ibrahim Saidi or Abdurrahim Abu Issa, with the two imports coming from Greece. They are already Emir Cup final. They are already in the final four of the league.
Correct. Great success for the coach, and to bring out the intensity, the energy of the young fellas.
Correct.
It's really pretty to watch.
It's a generation gap that we found. It's the two old players, 36 and 37, and the three youngsters, 23, 20, and 19.
It's a combination. It's like a crunchy chocolate that changed the color of your day.
Correct.
As Alvin loses possession, Dieng picks up a loose ball. He finds Abu Issa to Fotis. Fotis to Dieng, to Costas from downtown. Unsuccessful. Knocked away in the hands of Naif. Naif to Mustafa. Mustafa borrows his way through. Alvin says, I will do it, thank you, captain.
Extremely good job from Al Khor.
Very unselfish play.
And passing the ball inside where they have the strong point with Alvin.
Abu Issa from far end extends the lead. 19-13, 3:10 on the clock. This is the first quarter of the Qatar National Basketball League between Al Sadd and Al Khor. Al Khor in the white, running from right to left. Al Sadd in the black, running from left to right. Mustafa, Ali. Ali also fills in as a sub-captain for the team.
It is. Ali with a long experience in the league. First foul for Abdurrahim Abu Issa, who is coming back like he never left. He's already 1 year and a half in the States. He's in 3 games. Immediately he made an impact for this young Al Sadd team.
Dieng, Abu Issa, back to Fotis, and a flying dunk, and it swings from limb to limb. How beautiful was that?
And it's exactly like the coaches say, ball will always run faster than your dribble.
Absolutely.
They pass 3 times the ball, easy done.
And we have a thing also very similar in rugby. The ball travels faster than you can run.
Exactly.
2:16 left on the clock. 21 plays at 13. Al Sadd extend the lead as Dawood tries to push his way through. He's lost it to Abdurrahim. Abdurrahim finds Abu Issa. Abu Issa back up to Abdurrahim, uses the glass and sinks through the net. 23 plays at 13, 1:52 left on the clock, the first quarter of the Men's Basketball League. We hope you are enjoying the coverage as much as we are enjoying broadcasting it to you. We want to thank Pat Malone, who's in the hot seat tonight, making sure everything is running
I know
swiftly.
who it is, Pat Malone.
You know who's Pat Malone?
No, I know.
Tell us who Pat Malone is.
It's Pat.
Yeah,
But you put
it is, but he's sitting on his own, so we call him Pat Malone. He needs to sit on his own because it needs a lot of concentration to make this studio happen here. As Ali dribbles away, loses it. Naif loses it. Costas, nobody home. Oh, la 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 la. Costas, all the way from downtown, drives it into the city between the buildings, and that lands at home. 25-13, Mustafa for Al Khor. He also loses it. Fotis back to Costas, nobody home, back to Fotis. Nice piece of play. Very unselfish play there by Costas. He didn't need to do that. He could have gone back to back, but he chose not to.
That's why when you have played World Championship, you are World Champion. When you have won the Euro League, when you have won the Spanish League, the Greek League, you care about your team.
Yeah.
You play team basketball.
Yeah,
you don't have to give about your numbers.
I'm loving this. This is what I like to see. It's a shame this is the first match we've had to call for the Sad team. Hey, De Yang. De Yang. Costas. Costas, Awesa, jump three. Yeah, hey, it's there. And a timeout.
End of the first quarter.
End of first quarter.
You are excited. Because
Yeah, I'm
it's a
very
good
excited.
basketball.
I was hoping there was 2 minutes left.
Correct.
30 plays at 13, as said. They lead at the end of the first quarter by 17 points. Fundamental errors by Al Khor. They started off okay and then sort of slipped off the radar.
I have to give them some credit because they try.
Yep.
And they don't, you know, it's easily here. You go in a zone defense, everybody stays inside. Okay, with Al Sad, you cannot do this because you have Costas and Faisal who are sharpshooters. We're speaking about Costas of the highest level from all over the world, outside the NBA, and Faisal, who is one of the best shooters right now. So, but they try to defend personal, man-to-man.
Yeah.
They try what they can.
Yeah, they take it to the end.
They're not going like
They're not just
hide.
defending,
Yes.
they're attacking, they're taking you on.
What they can.
They're
They
not
do their
afraid.
best. This is what Al Khor has my respect on a lot of things on this, that they're going to fight. I know that Al Sad, even if they have qualified, they will play their games 100%. This is what Al Khor do. Right now, the difference is 17 points. This is the difference between them right now. What can they do more?
To the top point scorer for Al Sad, no surprise,
This
is Costas, of course, with 10 points. He's closely followed by Fotios.
Fotis.
Fortis.
Fotios.
Fortios.
Or you say Konstantinos. He's not Konstantinos. For Vasiliadis, this is Costas.
What sort of challenge is that? Are you serious?
Okay, we cannot all have a name Sam Rico.
Yeah.
3
It's
syllables
so
and we're
simple.
done.
It's
You're
finished,
done.
huh? You go in and you go out, it's all over in 30 seconds. The top point scorer for Al Khor is Alvin. He's on 9 points, so there's only 1 point between Costas and Alvin, and it's a nice tussle between the two giants of the game, two giants of their clubs, and they've been there, done that many times over.
Yeah.
They are proving a good challenge against each other.
Yes, it's true. It's true. This is a very good, at least, idea from Al Khor first to just give the ball inside because Alvin is a good player. He's stronger than his opponent. Al Khor, they try. That's why I give them credit. They
And that's
try.
all they can do.
That's all that they can do right now. They play
I mean,
without their best player, without their best point guard. They try. But Al Sad, they have all our respect for one simple reason. Even if they see that the game, that it's not like the semi-final, they continue to give us a very good game. They respecting the game is the most important thing in basketball.
Yeah.
So in all sports, you need to respect the game. If you are as good to beat somebody by, let's say, 200 points, do it. You respect the game.
Absolutely. And the coach, I spoke to him earlier, and he said to me, we play to win every game. I said, but you're already qualified. He said, we play to win until the end. We want to play to win, and we want to play very good basketball. And that's exactly what they're doing. It's very entertaining at the moment, as we have Alvin with the ball. Is inside the key. Dooh loses it to Alvin. It's gone to Abu Isa. There's nobody home. Abu Isa to Costas. Again, we see the unselfish play between the Al Sad players. 32 plays at 13 early in the second quarter of the men's basketball league. It's the number 5, Mustafa for Al Khor. He finds Dooh to Ali. And the referee's called something there. I didn't quite see it.
This is
That'll
one
be
part
2
that
points, 2 shots for the Al Khor
it's
team.
going to be foul. It's on the looks like it is on the side. Yes, it will be on the side. And Omer Sad is coming back. These are very good news for Al Sad and in general for our league. Omer Sad who was tremendous until he got injured mid-December. He's coming back after close to 1 month of absence, and he will give them
He's
a big
Abdurrahman's brother?
Yes.
Okay. Omar?
Omar Sad, yes. Omar is the shooter, Abdurrahman is the dunker. Okay. Both of them great, very good. Okay, Abdurrahman is already an established name, and Omar is coming back.
And Omar Sad immediately gets involved, unsuccessful with his first shot at 3 points as Alvin pulls away and he makes a drive towards the El Sad defense. Vasily's been spoken to on the sideline by the referee.
Bender said something very important to coach of Al Sadd. He warned that if number 5, which is Babakar Dieng, again will try to, let's say, take the foul or flopping as in basketball, it will be a technical. Excellent point directly to the coach, because he has to inform the coach, and coach immediately spoke with his captain that you cannot, his co-captain, that he needs to be careful about this.
So 2 points as a result of that foul from Alvin. 32 plays at 15, 8:35 left on the clock in the second quarter. This is the men's league final coming to you live from the Khor Vs Stadium. Tassus and Samuel Rico in the house. Dieng, he finds Sad. Sad pulls his way through, was looking for a pass. He could have got himself as Doha comes away with it. He dribbles away.
As you said exactly, Sam, for Omar Sad, he not couldn't, he should take the shot, because this is his job. He's one of the best shooters we have. But because he's coming out of 1 month of absence, he missed his first shot. He tries to find his pace inside the game, and he tried to assist.
He's looking for his rhythm, and it won't be long.
Ahmed Al-Dokh, number 0 for Al-Khor, is a very interesting project for Al-Khor. He's member of national teams of Qatar. He's 17 years old only. He needs to fix some things in his game, but he's a very good athlete already.
He's very young, but he's very inspiring to watch. A huge career of basketball ahead of him. As Photos tries to knock the ball back. Here he is now. Doh keeps the ball alive, dribbles, drives.
A little too much.
He stumbled.
He did an unbelievable behind-the-back dribble on Babakar. He could have passed the ball and finished it, but this is the youth.
I think he didn't have any control at it whatsoever. He was stumbling all the way, so he didn't have.
This is the youth.
Yeah.
This is the youth.
So Dieng to Sad for 3 points. Almost there. He needs to get one just to get that confidence happening.
This is what Costa said to him. Continue shooting. He told him immediately. Shoot immediately. Continue shooting. We want you to shoot.
Ali to Mustafa. Mustafa to Doh. Back to Mustafa. Mustafa looking for Doh. Doh makes his way under the rim. Instead he goes for Ali standing alone. Sad there to defend. Pushes him away and goes for 3 points. Unsuccessful. Dieng now. He pulls away.
Very smart foul from Ali. As they say, professional foul.
I mean, foul.
He stopped him without giving a sportsmanlike foul, or he did the job that he wanted.
Costas tried from downtown. The doors were closed. 32-17. Dawood to Mustafa. Alvin. Mustafa drives and makes his complaint unsuccessfully. Dieng comes away with it. He pushes down the sideline, finds Sad unmarked. Sad all the time in the world. Decides to come back inside, finds Abu Isa Costas. Costas to Dieng. Dieng, he's got a man out here. Instead he goes for Photos.
You can see the team spirit of Al Sadd. The bench, the moment Omar Sad got the ball, all the bench stood up because they were expecting him to shoot. They wanted him to shoot and to make it because they want him, they understand he needs to get his
I want him to shoot and I want him to get in because I want to see him on fire tonight.
Don't forget that Omar Sad was the hero of the semi-final victory against Wakra when he scored the last 4 points and he sent Al Sadd to the final.
Mustafa comes away with it after an unsuccessful shot by Photos. Mustafa, the captain of the Al Khor team, finds Alvin. Alvin with a flick pass to Naif. Naif couldn't get it in. Abu Isa flying down the far end of the flank, looking for some support, finds Dieng. Dieng shakes and dummies, loses the ball. Trying to claim that it came off Alvin's hand, but no, I don't think so.
This is what they expect from Babacar. They wanted him to pass the ball because there were already 3 shooters waiting. Babacar, what he did, he tried to penetrate just a little,
a little bit
to break
too long.
the defense so he have more open passes.
He should have passed it.
Yes.
He had plenty of time to pass the ball and plenty of support.
Correct.
Ali, Mustafa with a layup. Basic basketball wins matches.
The two-man game between Mustafa and Alvin is what gives so far Al Khor all the production in the world.
It gives him a spring. 34-19. And Abu Isa finds himself sprung on the floor.
The last time Alvin was with
Sad?
With Al Sad, yes. Abu Isa was under 17 player and Abdurrahim was under 16 player.
And Abu Isa now finds himself the captain of the Sad team, playing against Alvin. Alvin now so we say the master of basketball for the.
He is becoming like it's a veteran figure for the Qatar League.
And in karate or taekwondo, they're called masters.
Okay, Master Yoda. Also in Star Wars, Master Yoda.
Yes. So it's and in Arabic they're called sheikh. You know, wise man.
Sheikh. Okay. Ma'alem.
All legends.
Ma'alem.
Ma'alem. Teacher. Abu Isa, the captain for the Sad team. Unsuccessful the second shot. 34 plays at 19. This is the second quarter. It's been intercepted by Dieng. And Dieng immediately was pulled back.
One thing that Al Sadd will never stop do, Sam, is defending. Especially on the first line of defense, which is the perimeter defense. They will always be active. They will always try to contest balls, to steal balls, whatever.
Sad! Unsuccessful one more time. He'll get there.
He'll get there.
He'll get there eventually.
It's the legs a little after 1 month.
A little bit rusty.
It's a little rusty right now.
A victim of COVID-19.
No, a victim of a calf strain. Of the calf strain. No, he was.
Dawood tries his hardest, unsuccessful. Sad, a quick pass to Costas. Costas makes sure of it. He's got the rhythm.
Like Lucky Luke, eh? He's shooting before faster than his shadow. Eh?
He's shooting before he gets the ball.
Correct.
What do we call him?
Lucky Luke. It's a cartoon.
The magician.
No, it's like a slingman in Wild West. He was shooting faster than his shadow. Come on.
The cowboy, you mean?
The cowboy, yeah.
The fast shooter. And you remember him at the Masters. He won the Masters at shooting.
Correct.
He's a sniper.
He has won a huge career, an unbelievable career in Europe by this. But he's shooting.
And what a place to come and end your career in Qatar and impart all your knowledge and experience onto the young fellas.
This is Ma'alem, when they say. They also like thought this is the same generation for the Greek national team.
Clint Eastwood, that's his name. Did you see that pass without looking? Here he is, Clint Eastwood. Unsuccessful. Photos from the rebound, also unsuccessful. As Dawood pulls away, finds Ali, finds Naif. Naif finds Ali. Ali to Douh. Douh, a swivel, a spin, and a shot too short. Sad to Abu Isa, flicks it behind, almost lost it. Dieng, it's there.
It's showtime.
It's there.
This is showtime.
Showtime.
And this is the ultimate respect for the game. They go 100%. It's already a 21-point game. They have done their good job. They qualified in Final Four, but they will give to us and to themselves a very good show. This is, as they say in Arabic, Mabruk to this Al Sadd team. They do everything. They don't put they don't stop, put the foot on the brake.
Yeah.
They don't.
They're not certainly slowing down. You can tell by the sound of my voice.
No,
they're
no,
not
it's
slowing
their
down.
fault.
And I
No,
don't
no, they
think
don't
they're
want-
going to give me a break. Lucky we have time out so we can have a break.
They play good. They play good. And this is what I'm saying also. Al Khores tries to follow them. They don't try to hide themselves. They don't try to just let the game go. Coach Mustafa already called his 2 timeouts. He tries to help his team. He tries to push his players. What they can do more? Both teams that
they
try
are
their
doing
best.
everything they can, and Al Sad certainly not shying away from entertaining us. 40 plays at 19. This 3:40 left on the clock in the second quarter of the Qatar men's basketball final. Coming to you live from the Garafa Stadium. Anastasios Magoulas in the house with me, of course, Samuel Rika. We hope you are enjoying the coverage as much as we are enjoying broadcasting to you.
Correct. But I'm a little tired.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
From?
something. From from Kostas and from Fotis. First time I commentated Kostas was 20 years ago.
Ah.
He was under 16 Greek national team.
Gee, if he's got this energy now, at
He
double the
he
age-
has more energy now than
Now
he was
than
under
before.
16. Can you believe 20 years? And Fotis, it has been 19 years.
Fortis reminds me of a movie star. What's his name?
Which one?
Pat Malone. What's the movie star's name?
Which one? Too
I'll
many
tell
movie
you.
stars.
The American that does karate. What's his name?
Karate.
I forgot his name now, but it will come to me. Send it to me on paper, Pat. Send it to me on WhatsApp. 40 plays at 19 at 3:15 left on the clock. This is the second quarter of the men's basketball league.
First points for Omar Saad after the 1 month of absence.
Chuck Norris. Hey,
Can be.
can be.
Can be.
It can be. You can give him a chop and a side kick. Naif, Ali. Ali looking for Alvin. Almost found him. Too much defense underneath the rim for Alvin. He had to take on 3 and he lost as Costas. He finds Saad. Saad now looking for the rhythm. Hits the rim. That's the closest he's been. Naif. Naif runs into a solid brick wall. Dieng, nobody home. Maybe he'll pass, maybe not. 43 plays at 19. He had the option, it didn't have to. 2:26 left on the clock. I thought maybe because he overran the ball, he might flick it back.
No.
But he controlled his body's composure and managed to find the rim.
You know, Sam, we're talking too much, and we are right. I mean, for
Of course,
everything.
we don't know what's
no,
going
no,
in
I'm
the
not
mind
speaking
of each
about
player.
about the age of the players. If he's
Yeah.
36, 37, or 40 or 42. It's not about what the passport writes. It's about how you handle yourself.
Yeah.
For example, you see Fotis, who is 37 years old. This is not this is the body of a 37-year-old athlete. He protects himself. You see, he's lean. He does. You know better than me because I'm not lean. So you know how you can stay
Absolutely.
at this
And how
shape.
hard it is to maintain.
37 years old.
Yeah.
Costa's 36. He runs more than he was 16 because they protect themselves. They stay out of injuries. They do very good recovery. They sleep well. They eat well. They practice very well, and always they're practicing. Don't ever think, guys, that if you will not practice, you will stay healthy. No way.
Absolutely. Well said. And that's an important message to all the youngsters that are watching us, to make sure you maintain your health. Saad is just not having a good day at the office. As the number 9 comes on for Al Sad,
Ibrahim Saidi, he has done
Ibrahim Saidi.
an unbelievable job covering the first 4 games the absence of Omar Saad. He's still the ball. This is what he did.
Oh! Talk about flying high. Dieng swings from limb to limb. 44 plays 20. What a slam dunk. And that was set up by Ibrahim Saidi.
He stole the ball. He passed. Excellent.
Good
Okay.
play there by the number 0, Duh, for Al Khor. Just couldn't finish it. But it was an excellent play to beat all the defense
Yes.
and get around them.
He needs to shoot a little bit more because he's 190. He's a tall guard, but he needs to start shooting so the defense will feel threatened.
Costas. Calling Saidi. Saidi back to Costas. Costas to Sad. Sad to Dieng. Hits the rim and too long in the hands of Alvin. Alvin pushes it forward for the number 13, Ali. Referee says it's gone out over the boundary. Calls it back.
Also very important that our referees also haven't been relaxed, that it's a 24-point game and both teams that don't have like a real goal after for this game. They officiate exactly like it is like a league final. This is top professionalism. This is what we want from the players, the coaches and the referees.
Costas. Oh my! How did he do that? 47 plays, 20. 33 seconds left on the clock, and a clash of the titans between Frutos and Alvin. Both land on their back.
Huge experience there.
But both get up, shake hands.
You see how hard they are both. Huh?
Yeah.
They're 34 and 37 years old. You remember 10 years ago with 34 you were over a long time, but now you see if you are a good professional, like Alvin, he returned after 2 years of absence of basketball. Fox continues to play. You prepare your body all the time. This is your life. This is a lesson for especially the kids that they have both teams, Aldog or Alkomi for Khor, for Omer Saad, for Ibrahim Saidi, for everybody. It's a lesson for them.
And a timeout called. Is it timeout?
No. Sub.
Dieng. Saidi. Sad. Costas. Swings away. Costas. Second time round. It is there. The man is a magician. He's a magician. How did he do that? I can't believe it. Here he is again. Costas being intercepted. And that's the time
For
on the half-time break. 50 plays at 21. At the end of the second quarter, a good buffer for the Sad team, and I don't think Al Khor can match them even with another 5.
No, but they will
maybe 6
continue to
quarters.
fight. Al Khor will continue to fight. This is what they will do. This is what they do in every game. That's why they have our respect, because they will do everything. But they play against a team that they are not joking. Al Sad will never joke. This is the style of play. This is how they were built. They will play against the top team or the last team or whatever. They will give you 100%. Maybe they will win. Maybe they will lose. So far they're winning, also today and in total. That's why they have this huge success this year. They have been already a team with an Emir Cup final, which nobody expected. Now they're in the Final Four. Also nobody expected this. So this is a team that is coming right now with all these young kids and a very good system that they're producing. It's very productive for everybody, and especially for if you want to grow team without having all these huge expenses or whatever. You can grow your players like Al Sadd is doing. Al Khor will try to do also.
So we're going to try to get one of the players that are appearing in the next match, Wael Aragji. We'll get him up here. He's been watching this match. Maybe we can get his opinion. Because Sad is a team, of course, that play very, very similar to Al Shamal.
Shamal may had a very good encounter.
Well, welcome to the studio. Hey, man. How are you? How are you feeling?
Good, good. What about you?
Very well. I saw you watching the matchup between Al Khor and Sad. What is your take on it so far?
It's a very one-sided game. I believe the game is over. Sad are a very strong, well-prepared team. I think Khor are playing also with one foreigner, which gives even more advantage for Al Sadd. That's all I can say about this game.
Okay, so now one difficult question or easy question. Let's say that Shamal you will qualify in the Final Four. You prefer to play with Arabi or with Al Sadd?
We're here to win the championship. Amir is back. Mansour is here. I think everybody's going to start to fear us right now. The team is... We're finally playing with a 7-8 players rotation like every big team is playing. If you see in all our games, all our big games, we've played with a rotation of 5, 6 players, while others are playing a rotation of 8 and 9 players, and it's always finishing up with a very close game. Now that our team is back, we have one target. We're here to win the championship. We don't care who we're facing in the Final Four. We don't do this. If other teams prefer to play against this team or this team, this is not going to happen in Shamal. We're here to win every team, and if you want to win the league, you need to win every team.
Correct.
Absolutely. You played 2 matches in 1 week this week.
Very weird schedule.
How tough is that for you?
Well, it's very tough. It's a very weird schedule. I see all other teams are resting for 4 or 5 days, except us. We're playing almost every 2 days. But again, this is not an excuse. We're here to win the championship. We're going to focus on every game and win every game we can.
And in every game, you add one player. Emir Mujkic's return. You have another new player that I don't know if you'll play tonight, Mansour El Hadari.
Yes.
He's coming back after 1 year of absence. So you will get also some relief a little bit from the point guard duties.
It can play against you. Mansour has been away for a while, although he's a very high caliber player. But this is easy. Yes, of course, it will give me a bit of relief in terms of point guard position to run the show, to decide what plays we're gonna get. Now I can relax a little bit more, and Mansour is a very good player who can handle pressure as well with me. But in total, I don't see myself like I'm handling all the pressure alone. All other players are contributing in a very good way, whether it's offensively or defensively. Whether it's Faris, it's Amir, Misha, Omar. They're all doing a great job. We're all sharing responsibilities, and hopefully we can win.
Who would you like to meet in the final?
I don't care. We're here to win the championship.
You're going to win, or if you win, who would you like to meet in the final? Who would you pray for to meet in the final?
I want to meet Al Sad in the finals.
Al Sad, why is that?
They beat us twice this year. The only team that beat us twice this year.
So it's more about revenge?
It's not more about revenge. I like the way this team plays. I think they're very well organized with a great coach. It's always nice to play against European players because they know how to play the game of basketball. And we're sitting next to a Greek commentator too, so I want to beat a bunch of Greek guys.
we were talking.
Well accepted.
Thank you, and good luck tonight. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time. Well, Arakji, the star player.
The program is demanding Samal and Garaf also playing.
I was going to say
all
that.
The teams, yes. And yes, the next time I wanted to ask him, I will ask him one thing. Why so far he hasn't tried in Europe? He go one time in Belgium, he didn't stay, he got a big injury. I think now he's ready. He's ready to test himself in Europe. It's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
In Asia, for me, and I don't say because he was here, I said before, he is the top PG in Asia outside the Australians. Okay, they have 3-point guards in the NBA.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But outside the Australians, this is the top PG in Asia. He will not be a superstar in Europe, but he can play in Europe.
You never know. You never know. You know, like
I think
you can be a superstar if you're on the right team.
Yes.
Yeah. His points average per match, as you said, is still the best in Qatar.
I like his
and he's led.
This is how you win.
Year.
You know, he's coming from a winning environment in Lebanon. Already he has guided the Lebanon national team in the Asia Cup finals. And last year they played final of Asia Champions Cup against the Japanese team. But I like this approach that we need to beat everybody. And we want to beat the ego, Sad, because they beat us 2 times.
Yeah, not I want to beat Rafa, I want to beat Arabi, I want to beat Sad.
They beat Sad because no matter what, they beat us 2 times. And truly, they knocked them out of the Mir Cup. And with this victory of Al Sad, they send them to
5th place.
To the
or
5th
fourth,
place.
4th or 5th.
The 5th place, yeah. They send them to the 5th place and to the difficult group.
Yep.
So this is how a top-level player will handle these situations.
Yep.
He wants to play them again.
And he speaks so well, doesn't he?
Yes. He's, come on.
I love his energy. I love the energy
and
of the Sad team.
He spoke about both teams, Khor and of course for Al Sad, for the coach of Al Sad, for the program of Al Sad, and about his teammates that he's not doing all alone. He's doing with Omar, with Misha, Perisvili, with Farid, with Amir, Mansour, that they will not push him to play this, what he explained to us. But maybe he will not play tonight, Mansour, because he's been out now for 1.5 years.
But it's
Samal,
good
they're
to see
champions
that
for a
he's
reason.
thankful. He's thankful because I've interviewed him a couple of times when they were only playing with 5 players. They had no reserves. If you remember, Ferris came off
Yeah,
a
you
couple of
remember.
times and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
only played with 4 players. So he's very thankful that they get a chance to have a breather.
Yes, yes. It is what they needed, and it came to
Came-
the right moment.
Time will tell.
Emir came back at the correct moment for them, and Mansour, if he will need some time to find himself, but I think he will give them something from the bench at the start. They are a champion for a reason. Some
Of course we are. Of course
have
they
been
are.
champion the last 2 years, so it's not doing by luck or by bringing somebody from outside. They're doing for a reason. They have a good program with them. It's different program like from outside. They have a more experienced team. They are based themselves on experience. Emir is 23, Faris is 23, but they play already 5 years in the league.
Absolutely. So 23 in basketball is quite old. Well, not quite old. Like you're quite experienced. You're very
The
experienced.
span of in total in sports and in basketball in question right now has been extended so far. I mean, when I started, like it was in the 80s, we had black and white TV.
80s?
Yeah.
Were you around then?
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
there
I was.
TV?
It was their TV. We had black and white, though.
Of course.
So you started very early,
Ah.
like 15, 16, professional. I mean, in the good level. But 30 years old, you were done. From injuries, the legs couldn't go, the facilities were not well, there was no recovery, the knowledge was not the same.
Yeah.
The knowledge has been different now. Now you see a player 36, 37, 34, 34, 33, 34 now in basketball.
Is
It's
your
at his
peak?
prime.
Is your peak?
It's his peak, yes.
Yeah.
Right now, it has to be your peak. 33 has to be your peak. You can start slowing a little bit after 34, yes. You need to slow. You will slow down. But 33 now is your peak. So
I see. I get what you mean. I get it. With all the technology, the new medicines that we have, the better understanding of the human body, the biology, the chemistry of health,
Correct.
of science, it's enabled not only man to live longer, but to understand his body better, so he can adapt and make and play sport for a longer period of time.
hey, and as you said, it's a science right now.
Yeah.
I mean, if you speak with Kostas or with Fotis, and because they're coming from European environment, both of them they played last year. Kostas played last year in first division in Spain in the 8th team, 20 minutes, and he was 35. 10 years ago, he would never approach.
Yeah,
Even
nobody
in
would
any
sign
league,
him
in
up.
Second division, he would.
Nobody would sign him up.
Of course, but now with the way the teams approach the players, you can have them fresh, you can have these recovery programs, the load management, and finally everybody understood that practice makes you perfect, as they say, not sleeping at home or resting yourself. Even this energetic recovery, as they said right now, this is a top. Tell me what you want to ask now.
You know what I'm going to ask.
Let's go.
Okay, so we've got 4 matches at this round, at round 12, and we want to pick the winners. Last week I beat you, by the way.
By a small margin, come on.
Hey, but I got you back. So now we're back on even
got
par. We're back on even
You
par.
got me, okay.
Okay. Al Sad Al Khor. We're both going.
Finished.
Al Sad. Rayan Al Shamal.
I'll go with Samal.
Shamal, we both agree on that. Qatar and Wakra.
I'll go with Wakra.
Wakra, we both agree on that. Shamal Rafa.
Wow. I don't go with anybody.
Come on.
Samal looks right now in a better momentum. They have the momentum right now.
This is
Samal.
my one.
Garafa is always the team to beat because they have started. They haven't won something, but it's this starting lineup with the 2 Americans and Abdurrahman Saad, Mohamed Youssef, and Eddie Muslims. It doesn't get any. What can I say? Maybe I don't know. Really?
Could this be the grand final?
Yes, it could. Yes, as well it can be. And it's very important for Garafa, as I told you, that if Garafa will lose this game and lose to Wakra also, they are out. And they are sitting on top right now, very comfortable, and they know this because their coach Kusai will never allow them to relax. But it can happen if they are not take care of their business. So, and Samal has one advantage. They are fresh right now. I mean, seeing Emir Mukic returning, even if they see on the bench or in practice Mansour Al-Hadari, this is as Aragzi told us. They breathe easier right now.
They're
They
more
say,
confident.
yes, I have
They're more
somebody.
confident.
Even if Mansour will not go inside to help them right now because he's 1.5 years outside on the sidelines, it's psychologically they feel much better right
Your pick? After all that
now.
rebel?
Leave it out.
I pick Shamal. I'll make it easy for you. I pick Shamal. Who do you pick? Tick, 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 tick.
I
tick.
picked Samal because I owe this to the manager.
Opa!
Of the team. Last time he complained that I was too easy to say that Wakra will win. So, but
All right.
I don't want to pick anybody really. But I will pick. Okay, let's pick this.
So I'm looking at the games for this week. We've got 3 games from Group A
Correct.
and 1 game from Group B. And this is the strain that Aragji was speaking about.
Correct.
He's got 2 matches, one between another.
Correct. The same
I mean-
goes with Garafa because Garafa
But
after this game on Thursday with Shamal, they play Saturday with Wakra.
Type. Why is the schedule, created this way? Because this is tough on some teams and not so much on others.
First of all, it happened because if Samal could have beat Sad, they will be in their position. So the Group A, we know the way we have constructed the groups that the Group A would have been with, let's say, the easier one, but not due to the best teams, but due to the worst teams. It was like Ahli and Khor. It was a big gap between the first 5 teams and the teams that followed them. Even though they played excellent, Al Ahly played excellent basketball. Qatar tried, okay, they were not in good shape. Khor tried, Rayan tried, but it's a huge difference. It's a huge gap. Someone will lose, somebody will win. But then, if Samal, for example, or Samal goes, Arax had a very good point, have beaten them, they will be in their position. What can we do?
I agree with Aragji. I
stretch
think
is
it's a tough schedule
It's a
for
tough
some
schedule, but
for
this is the
some
problem
teams.
because people need to understand, the players understand, Araxi knows. We have the preparation for the national team of men's Asia Cup qualifiers in Doha, which is a very important event, and the pre-Olympic tournament for 3-on-3. And this, the next month, the federation wants to dedicate to those 2 national teams. So you push a little bit the schedule, yes, correct. We started early in October. Now you have to pressure a little bit because for Qatar it's huge to qualify for Asia Cup and to play in the Olympic Games with the 3-on-3 team. You need to give space and time to those teams. Especially the 3-on-3 team, they want to practice more a little bit. They haven't been practice themselves for 1 year and it's an pre-Olympic tournament.
Can the schedule itself be deemed as unfair to some teams?
No. The schedule is extremely fair to everybody according to how they finish the first round. If you won the games that you should have won, like say if you won all the games, or if you have done the best job you could, we heard directly. He complained to his team that they lost to Al Sadd. If they have won Al Sadd, they will be in a better position. In every way, you know something. What you winning now, you might lose on the semi-finals. Because, for example, Al Sadd they play on Sunday, and they play on Wednesday semi-final. So they lose something there. And Shamal will finish from, if I'm correct, from Thursday. And if they will do let's say they win all the games that they have, okay. The last Shamal plays last time, exactly as I said, Thursday.
Yep.
And they will return. If they will qualify for the Final Four, they have all these 6 days of rest. They will come back to play on Wednesday.
But that's their first break. That will be the
No.
first break.
Yes, now, of course. So either you take it earlier or later. And if you ask them, I think if we sit down with the coach and ask him which break you prefer, prior to the semi-final or in the middle, one coach will say, yes, I prefer to refresh my team for the semi-final.
But as a result of the demanding schedule, you may not make the semi-final.
You have to win. It's a sport, man.
I understand.
You have to win.
I understand, but
We saw
even the
today.
Americans, I spoke to some Americans here, and they themselves tell me
They're right.
that the schedule is tougher than what they have back home.
I'm coming from Greece, okay, and our teams play usually Europe, as they say Euro League, Champions League, European competition inside the continent, and you have also the league. You play usually 2 games per week, on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday, Sunday. But we have a huge travels like this. Here it's the same. This year had to be the same due to the Olympic season, Olympic year.
So the second half. And that's Sad's first three. And what a way to start the second half for Al Sad with Abdul Rahim.
Omar Sad.
Omar Sad, sorry.
And you see how the coach started him the second half. He wanted to have his confidence back.
And here he is again. Omar Sad finds Dieng. Dieng, an overhead pass to the number 9, Ibrahim Sayyidi. Back to Dieng.
This game is, as we said, Sam, it's a clean game. It's easy for the referees to referee because both teams are playing strong defense. They try to run. They're not. It's a high-paced game. High-paced, it's easier to officiate and to play sometimes. 2 for 2 for Omer Sad. These are the very good news for Al Sad and not only Al Sad. He is back. Omer Sad is back, guys. Alvin is scoring. Alvin has been the bright spot with Mustafa Lassin for Al Khor so far. And it's a good option for Coach Mustafa to try to pass the ball inside, especially now that Fotis Labropoulos is not there. 3 for 3. He is on fire. He is back and firing in all cylinders. Omer Sad, we can legitimately say he is back. The defense of Ibrahim Said. Let's see the numbers a little bit. To Al Sad is up now by 59-23. Kostas Vasiliadis number 0. He has 21 points with 5 out of 12 3-pointers and 4 steals. Babakar Dieng has 7 points with 9 rebounds and 5 assists. Fotis Labropoulos, number 6, he has 11 points with 8 rebounds. Faisal Abouissa, 8 points, 2 out of 4 with 4 assists. Abdurrahim Abouissa, 2 points. And Omer Sad now is coming back with his 10 points, 9 of them in the last 1 minute and a half, Mr. Samuel Rico.
59 plays 23, 8:18 left in the third quarter of the men's basketball league between Al Sad and Al Khor. Al Sad, of course, running from now right to left in the black jerseys, while Al Khor running from left to right in the white and blue number stripe jerseys. Tasus, a very good start for Omar Sad. He did what he couldn't do for the first 2 quarters.
As we said, he was just rusty. He wanted to fight his tempo, to feel his legs under him. This is what it happened right now.
So let's see if Sad will pick up with the same intensity as they left the first half. And a steal from Mustafa. Couldn't control it, the number 14 now.
This is traveling, this is the inexperience. When you catch the ball and you're on the floor, you can stand and only to your knees. You cannot stand up. He stood up. There is a traveling violation from the young Mohamed Al Koumi.
So Dieng fakes to shoot, then he passes to the number 10, Yassin Taha. So the coach electing to make some changes with the Sad team. 13. Ali to Mustafa. Mustafa tries to give it to Alvin. Costas with an overhead passer to a Dieng, and a slam dunk and a swing just for just for show. On the clock, a great play. We're waiting for Al Sad now to get to the same rhythm they had in the second quarter, at the end of the second quarter, as Dieng finds Taha. Taha loses the ball through Ali. Ali finds number 14, Al Koumi. Ball swings around the rim and bounces out. Dieng comes away with it. Dieng looking for support. He finds it in Al-Saidi. Saidi, a left-hander to Saad. It's there! Oh! Can you believe it?
Which one? The great weak pass side from Ibrahim Saidi. He changed hands, he passed on with the left hand, or the 4 out of 4 3-pointers in a row from Khor Vs Sad? Tell me.
It was all a great passage of play. First, it was the left hand over pass, and then
very difficult pass.
And then Saad just took his time, lined it up, and got his first three, or second,
Fourth
fourth.
in a row.
Where have I been?
I don't know. That's
Was
what
it maybe I was
checking.
eating McDonald's?
He's
There is no McDonald's.
Long time no eat.
There is no McDonald's. 64 plays 24, 6:46 left on the clock. This is the third quarter of the Men's Basketball League. Coming to you live from the Garafa Sports Stadium. Samuel Rico in the house, and of course my co-commentator and the national team supervisor, Anastasios Magoulas. What a match it's been. It looks like Al Sadd about to rev things up.
They have, okay, regarding the winner we know already, but how Al Sadd continues to play on all cylinders. They are not resting. They want to play basketball. It's not about, they respect so much Al Khor, so they don't slow down. They're not putting the extremely younger than the young players that they have. They just want to give everybody a show.
So
this is respect for the game and respect for your opponent. Slowing down or using the mini basket, the under 15 kids, is not respect to Al Khor.
Sayedi, Ali actually just pulled off a great maneuver. He beat a couple of players, worked his way under the rim, went for a layup, unsuccessful. Alvin is tired. What Alvin would normally do in support of a shot like that, he would eat, but he couldn't even get his hand out.
It's a team that Al Khor right now.
You saw that?
Yeah.
I mean, that was half an effort. It wasn't a full effort. It wasn't the hungry Alvin that we know him.
Comes also from the. It is 2 years out, and it comes with the subs that they don't have, and also when you see that the team is not there like the opponent. It's a little bit of a frustration, I believe, more than
Mustafa Kumi to Dawood. Dawood too long. Diang finds Costas. First time unsuccessful. Comes again. A no-look pass. Back to Sayedi. Sayedi keeps it alive. Pushes his way in. A nice drive. A right hand over the head shot unsuccessful as Ali comes away with it. Ali finds Alvin. Alvin to Dawood. Dawood drives in. Back to was supposed to be Alvin. Alvin wasn't in place. He finds Kumi. Kumi to Ali out wide, and he finds a three-pointer. 66 plays 27. 5:13 left on the clock in the third quarter of the Men's Basketball League. Diang. Back to Costas. He shakes. It's so exciting to call when he gets the ball. And Taha trying to inject himself into the match unsuccessfully. Alvin.
Yasin did a good job, tried to return on the transition defense, but Alvin also with his experience and his size
was too strong.
He was too strong, yes.
Was too strong and knowledgeable for the young Yasin Taha. And on top of that, not does only get 2 points, there was an opportunity to grab 2 more. 66 plays 29 at 4:48.
I want to say something about Ibrahim Saidi, number 9. It's so nice to see him playing as a guard. It's a kid that when he started with national teams, he played as a center, under 15. But now he adjusted to a different role, and he has been productive, and he's playing at a good level with Al Sadd. Hats off to also this kid. Has worked so far with Coach Yasser, the head of the youth teams of Al Sadd. They did a very good job developing these players.
Costas intercepts, or what you call a run against play to Abdurrahim. Abdurrahim with a turn and swivel. He found Sayedi. Sayedi to Diang, out wide, unsuccessful. Back to Abdurrahim. Back to Sayedi. Sayedi trying to connect. Too strong, it bounces away into the hands of Ali. Ali for Al Khor. He finds his captain Mustafa. Mustafa drives himself into the defense and loses the ball. Dieng now. He comes away with it. Kumi trying to stop him. Dieng slows things down.
This is what you see Coach Vasily and Babakar understood it. He over-dribbled here. There were pass outside. This is the basketball of Al Sadd. They want to pass. They want to release the ball from their hands. They want to push the defense to run behind the ball. Dribbling, it's slow in the game.
Yeah, it certainly is. And it's not their style. Dieng now. One dribble pass. Fotis. Fotis under the rim.
They make a triangle. One pass to Abdurrahim. Abdurrahim, who knows fundamentals, excellent. He passed the ball. He saw the mismatch. He passed the ball inside. 2 easy points.
So Fotis to add some more points. And he does. 69 plays 29. 3:38 left on the clock in the third quarter of the Men's Basketball League. Coming to you live from the Rafa Sports Club. Samuel Rico and Tasus Magulos in the house as Mustafa tries to drive it away for Al Khor. Al Khor, he connects it with Alvin. Alvin, a long overhead pass to Kumi. Back to Mustafa. Mustafa drives in.
The foul on Fotis. He complains a little bit immediately. Good job from Kostas. Go to his ex, also teammate in junior national teams of Greece, and he told him, okay, we are up by 40 points, don't make a story about this. Mustafa Lassin needs to regain his confidence in his shooting, because this is a part of the game that he just doesn't feel confidence. You see, his free throws were not good.
69, 29 to Abdurrahim. Left open on the blind. Nobody there all the time in the world makes it look so easy.
If you know the fundamentals of, and if your team plays fundamental kind of basketball.
And an intercept by Kostas, the veteran of the game, and a nice right hand layup. And the coach complains too.
Yes, because he wanted to.
And a long pass to Kumi, who's standing all by himself, and the right hand layup. 74-29. What did he want from Kostas?
He wanted him to wait and
to use the time. Wait.
No.
For support.
I think he wanted maybe like.
And a left hand slam.
I don't understand what he wanted. So coaches always want something. Forget about it.
He wanted something. He wanted a cup of coffee. He wanted it warm. It's too hot.
Now coach tries to keep Al Sadd team alerted. It's a very tricky part of a blowout victory. And when you have already had the first success by going to the Final Four, it's tricky. You can have injuries, you can have players that are too relaxed. A lot of bad things can come in a situation where you are not playing on 100%.
Sayedi to Dieng. Dieng from downtown bounces away. Mustafa's been the best for my record for the Al Khor team as a sneaky hit, a sneaky hand from Kostas. Lost the ball for Mustafa. Dieng. Kostas! And he gives me the three. He gives me the three, let me know, hey, I've done it again.
They haven't dribbled the ball. They stole the ball on the backcourt. They passed 4 times without dribbling. Easy 3-pointer for Vasiliadis.
If I feel sorry for anyone, it's Alvin. Just the pressure, the intensity that's on him, and he's carrying the whole team.
And I understand now the coach of Al Khor, because he sees his players frustrated, and he tries to wake them up because Al Sadd is going 100%. And the coach Mustafa knows, but his players, they were expecting like, okay, now they're going to relax. They're up like 50 points. What they will do more? You see how Abdurrahim Abu Issa defended. He attacked on defense. They are not relaxing. They play Al Sadd basketball to the last second. And as we said, maybe this will result into victories or not, but they will fight till the last second. This is how you can have a young and effective team.
Abdurrahim. Second free shot successful. 80 plays at 31, 58 seconds left in the third quarter. A commanding leader for the Al Sad team, relentless in their attack and just as ferocious in defense. And a loose ball picked up by Fotis. Fotis is being infringed upon.
They allowed Al Khor so far 31 points in 30 minutes. They score, let's say, 1 point per minute,
Yeah.
which shows their focus and their dedication on the defensive end. They start from their defense and then they can run, they can shoot whatever they want. Al Khor also is a good defending team, but today against this Al Sad, yes, they don't have a chance.
Fotis. Nice lob shot. 81-31. Second free throw. Doesn't touch the rim, glides in. 40 seconds left in the third quarter of the men's basketball National League between Al Khor and Al Sad. Al Sad commanding lead, 82-31. Alvin. Alvin, now we've got number 11 on
Saud Nadim.
Saud Nadim for Al Khor.
The story for Al Sad, Sam, is that they are not the heavy favorites of the league for anything. They made themselves favorites.
And a nice 1-2.
Football.
It's exactly 1-2
It's exactly 1-2.
between Costas and Dieng. And a real wrestle for the ball between Dieng and Dawood. And in the end, time beats both teams, 84-31 at the end of the third quarter. Al Sad, they lead Al Khor.
If we didn't have all these beautiful graphics, could you believe that there is, if somebody was watching the last defense from Al Sad, it was a 53-point game? You cannot believe it.
You cannot
But
believe.
this is how you have to be. You have to defend and run 40 minutes. Be quick, either on offense or defense. You cannot relax. You cannot say, it's going to be an easy game or I'm up 54. You just cannot do this.
I asked Vasilis, the coach of Sad, is there any point in winning considering you already qualify? He said, we must win. We want to win every match. We want to be there at the end of the tournament. We must be there.
This is how they ended in the Final Four. By winning every game. As we said, there was no relaxing. They lost 3 times to Arab in the first game with a heartbreaking defeat with a Khalid Abdi 3-pointer. They lost to Wakra with a 18-0 run of Wakra in the last 5-6 minutes, and they lost to Garafa in the last 2-3 minutes. If they had also 5 victories. Wherever they played, whatever was the outcome, they fight. And they play the basketball. They run, they make their turnovers, or they miss some baskets, but they will continue because this is how they play.
So the
And
top-
Abdurrahim Abu Issa is giving them, with Ibrahim Saidi, with Omer Sad coming back, they were a team with the bench was not so deep. Now they're going to a deeper bench. Still, they are not the heavy favorites. They are the, let's say...
But they are dangerous. They're a team that everybody
this is the
fears.
best description I've heard for them. They are a dangerous team.
And they are feared.
You see them on paper, you say, oh, okay, yes, they have 2 very experienced, but okay, the other are youngs, and they have some legends of the league or some top level players in Asia like Garafa, like Shamal, like Wakra, like Arabi, of course. And you see them and say, okay, it's Babakar, he's young, Faisal is young. But you put them on the court, and everybody respects them now.
Yeah, and they start running rings around you. The energy they exert is tiring. Mustafa for Al Khor, the captain, hooks up with Ali. Ali is he's been slapped, but he recovers very well.
This he should do. Al Khor needs to continue play their type of basketball, at least their defense. The third quarter they were not here, like Al Khor that we know.
And
Excellent
Fotis.
pick and roll with Ahmed Daher to to Fotis.
So we've got number 8 on for Al Sad. Ahmed Hassan.
Ahmed Daher.
Ahmed.
Daher. Ahmed Daher will not come. No question about nepotism. He's the nephew of Khalid Abdi, the legend of
Abdi. Ahmed Abdi?
Ahmed Daher, no. Ahmed
Daher.
Daher, yes, Daher. This year also, slowly, he's also coming back.
But he looks very young. How old is Ahmed
He's
Daher?
19 years old.
19.
And let's not forget, guys, there is the school and the university. The last 2 years of high school, it's always difficult for a player to continue his growth. Now, after the high school, they can start playing again and try to be their best.
Fotis grabs it off an unsuccessful rebound to Ahmed, the youngster. Daher.
Ahmed was the second best scorer of Qatar national team under 15 that won the 3rd position in 2016. From this team, you have 23, 11, 9, and 8. So, sorry, let me explain. From the under 15 national team of 2016, you have Abdurrahim Nambuisa 23, number 8 of Al Sad, Ahmed Daher, number 9 of Al Sad, Ibrahim Saidi, number 11 from Al Khor, Saud Nedim.
So 4 players from
15,
the under 15s currently playing in the top league.
4 years ago.
This is good for Qatar, isn't it?
This is a blessing for Qatar. And it's the hardest thing, Samuel, you know very well as a sports person.
It's
to build
try
a
to
player,
build the foundation.
It's much more difficult than you buy one. But the whole process and the outcome, it's much better than you buy 50 players.
Absolutely.
It's
so more difficult to build and create. However, in the end, it's more rewarding.
Yes, yes.
When you have local talent being bred and taught, and as
this is how
Costas comes off the bench, comes onto the bench. He's been replaced by the number 4, Mohammed Marri.
Yes, he's a very young kid. He's 16 years old. 16 years old.
16? So he's just got out of the 15's national team. So that makes it 5 players now?
Now,
Fotis. He finds Abdurrahim. Abdurrahim couldn't connect it with the rim as Ali pulls away, beats 2 defenders. Nicely played, Ali. Ali, good individual play. He tries a hook back with Duha. He loses the ball. And the youngsters there, a battle of the youngsters, struggling to maintain control of the ball.
Correct, and immediately Fotis go to the young kid that said him, okay, focus. You cannot have a babysitting approach if you want these kids to play and grow.
Fotis said focus.
Fotis said focus. Fotis. Fotis means light.
Fotis light. Focus on the light.
Lightened him, yeah.
Lighten up.
You said about having
Duha
experience like young players, how important. We have here now on the court there are 3 national team players, veterans. Number 5, Mustafa Lazin, he's 23. Babakar, the young number 5, Al Sad, he's 23. Abdurrahim Abouissa, who played already Asia games, he's 20.
Mustafa from downtown, it's there.
Shoot it.
86 plays at 40. 7:15 left in the final quarter of the men's basketball league between Al Sad and Al Khor. Coming to you live from the Rafa Sports Club. Dieng lost it and tried to do some Hollywood acting for us, but unsuccessful. Referee didn't see it his way as he loses the ball. And an overpass to Alvin. Alvin tries to drive it away. And number 4, Mohammed Marri, knocks it out of his hand or knocks his hand.
Mabruk. Mabruk to this kid and also Mabruk to his coaches. He returned against a giant and a legend like Alvin. He go and play defense. This is how you can make a good player. He returned to his defense. He tried to defend. He tried to push, and he's pushing Alvin to get his 2 points from the free throw line. Hats off to, not hats off. This is how you can play basketball at a young age.
So Vasily's rewarding these young boys, giving them a run, giving them the experience in the top league. And why not? This is the perfect opportunity to find games like this, to inject them, and what we say in rugby, to blood them.
Excellent observation. Correct.
So Fotis is the oldest man out there. His age is probably the total of all his players.
He is 37. He has 20, 19, 16, and 23.
Mustafa not giving up, is tirelessly pushing himself and trying to set an example for his team as the number 8 Ahmed Dakir sinks one in from downtown. 88 plays 41.
So you see on the bench Kostas Vasiliadis, who has won everything in his life, has been a teammate to Giannis Antetokounmpo MVP on the NBA, celebrating the 3-pointer for Ahmed Dakir. If you really want to have a winning team, you need to have players that care about the team and about everything that's happening on the court. This is a professional player.
It is very professional to encourage your youngsters. Give something back, as we say, as the Yang pulls away with the ball. He finds Abdul Rahim. Abdul Rahim pops it, and a back overhead pass without looking from Fotis. Loses the ball. They regather through Diang. And Mary not there. Alvin grabs it off the rebound and knocked out by Al-Sad's Ahmed Dakhir, the number 8, 19-year-old, you told us.
Yes, Ahmed Dakhir is 19.
Is this his first appearance in the top grade?
He played last year also, sparingly. Last year he was not playing so much because, you know, it's the last year of high school. This is where the problem everywhere in the world. And now we go to, kindergarten. Sultan Muftah, who is also a member of the under-15 national team. He's 15 years old. The brother of Abdurrahim Abu Issa, number 23. So it's a good coincidence having brothers playing. We had the legends of Mohammed Salim and Malik Salim Mudrayan. Now we have Abu Issa, Abdurrahim and Sultan with cousin Faisal on the bench.
So it's a family affair.
It's a family affair. It's close to be, yes.
My pick of man of the match would have to be one of the old fellas. Costas, your pick?
Yes, I will go with Costas for his resilience.
It's either Costas or Fotis, one or the other. But I think Costas has done a little bit more than Fotis for me. Oh, brilliant play there by the number 6, Alvin. A great pass to find a slam dunk, and look at that rejection. Big right hand out in the way. So he scores at one end and he rejects down the other end. What great defense.
It was a foul. Sorry, Sam. And,
give it to him.
Yankee stopped a little
give
bit.
It to him.
He's confused. I tried, but the referee didn't give it to him.
The referee doesn't want to give it.
No, the Yankee did a good job stopping. And Alvin, as he was coming back, he fouled him unintentionally.
DeYang with a steal. Alvin off the rebound. He finds Ali. Ali drives forward. He makes a bunch of defense, but he beats them both. 91 plays 46, 4:25 left on the clock.
You should see the intensity in the face of Abdurrahim Abu Issa. We have 40 minutes to go. They are up by 50 points.
DeYang.
The intensity is...
And
Babakar Ding, both of them.
So now we have
starters.
3 Abu Issas are on. The relatives, did you say?
Brother. 23 and 12 are brothers.
Brother, Sultan, number 12.
Yes, and Faisal is cousin. 7.
It truly is something like out of an American
and there
TV
is a
show.
Possibility. We heard something. Maybe Wakra will have their version with Ahmed Al-Darwish and his brother Mohammed, who is coming back from college.
And Alvin pushes his way through. So from the opening lineup, we've only got Abdul Rahim, the number 23.
What coach
and
Vasily is doing now, why he benched Mari, who is the youngest player, he wants to teach him something because he got carried away. He made some shots too much, He was ultra excited. You need to be focused on the game plan, even if the game is.
Taha with a dummy, and if he pulled it off, it would have been sensational. Unlucky, couldn't finish off his play, but how good was it to watch? He dummied two players, he sold the move and went himself.
It's a Hakim Olajuwon move, one of the best centers in the history of basketball, like the drop step, and you see how the double team. Can you believe it?
Alvin,
Babakar with
back to Mustafa, to Ali. Ali shapes up, shapes out, comes up short. Dieng with an overpass to Taha, and he rushed. Why did Taha rush? That's the inexperience. And
he wanted to finish it with a dramatic layup.
Yep.
And, but you see how Rahim Abuisa, who's more pragmatic.
He's waiting for him underneath the rim,
pop,
pick up the crumbs.
Layup, finish.
95-46, told him, this is how you do it. Almost a steal from Ali to Dawood, back to Ali. Ali to Dawood. Nice piece of play to Kumi. Dieng.
No, it's a shot clock violation. And
holding onto the ball longer than 24 seconds.
Is excellent. It's very, let's say, positive for our league that all 5 teams, top teams, and all the teams, I say, have their own identity, their own game of play. We said so many good things about Al Sadd today because the play is so good. But the same you will hear from us because Samal is doing a great job, Wakra, Garafa, Arabi, and even Akhli is doing also a very good job with the youngsters. And hopefully Rayan, Qatar will come back. And I'm speaking about those 2 teams, not for Al Khor because Al Khor is young. They have their injuries, it's difficult for them to bounce back. But Qatar and Rayan, they can.
And Mustafa, and a push and shove between Mustafa and Dieng. Mustafa shouldn't have done that. Mustafa was having a brilliant game up until that moment.
Yeah,
he threw the ball onto the number 5, Dieng, while he struggled. Dieng's been called to
the bench.
Walk away from it, Dieng.
This is the experience from the bench. They want him out of any trouble. Maybe now the situation can be solved with a technical, but it got carried away for Lassin, and especially for Babakar and Abuisa, because they have the semi-finals in front of them. It can result to a big penalty for them. Let's see what the referees will decide.
It all started from a simple wrestle at who should grab the ball or who would have the stronger upper hand.
Excellent decision from our referees. They will go to watch the video some. They need to see exactly what happened. If there is something out of the
ordinary,
like
the way I saw it,
pushing and solving, it can happen.
Yeah,
there are athletes, and of course it will be a penalty for both.
Yeah.
But if there is something more, then
what I saw here was Mustafa laying with the ball. He ended up with the ball. The referee called the play. Then Mustafa threw the ball onto Dieng.
This is the frustration.
And that's the frustration.
It's the frustration because, and also it's like, even if we were in the position of Lassini, say you are beating us by 50, but this is the respect. If you respect somebody, you need to go 100%, even you are 50, 60, 100 up. And Lassini, because also a big fighter, he fights. He's the heart of the fighter. He cannot accept that he's losing by 50. So at this point, somebody hit somebody there because they were both down, and it was come out of frustration. If nothing else happened other than solving, for me it's something. It's normal.
I see nothing in it.
Fighting,
I see nothing in it. It's just the heat of the moment, the pressure of the game for the Al Khor captain. But being captain, you are expected to behave a little bit differently.
Correct. It's a huge responsibility.
Yep.
It's not just a C. Very well, excellent observation, Sam. It's not a C on the score sheet, captain. It's about how you do. Lassin is learning to. He's 23 years old, all of them, but they have a huge responsibility to their clubs and to their teammates, not to get ejected, not to get technicals, not to get even a bigger suspension of 1 or 2 games. For Babakar is the same. He's the co-captain of Al Sadd, and they have a huge games ahead of them. So
there's no room. There's no room for error. You can't be sent off. You can't be terminated. You can't be ejected or rejected from the match. They must all behave themselves. This is the business end of the league.
very correct observation. This is exactly what they need to understand. They need to calm themselves. Of course, when you have too many young players, bloods are boiling, but let's see what the referees will decide, because they saw better what happened. So, unsportsmanlike foul. It's unsportsmanlike foul for number 5 and ejection for number 5 of Khor. So Mustafa Lassin will be ejected, and Babakar Dieng has. I'm explaining the penalties right now, which is the referee went to the video replay with Peter Sudek, and the penalties will be as follows: ejection, direct ejection for Mustafa Lassin, and unsportsmanlike foul for Babakar Dieng. It's what they decided, exactly what they saw in the video. It means that it's a direct ejection for Lassin. We'll see what if it will result to something else after, an administrative penalty. But for Babakar Dieng, it is an unsportsmanlike foul. Let's see if there is something else. This is what they say, Sam, how dangerous can be these games for everybody. If you are not focused or whatever, it can become dangerous. Like, it's a 50 point, it's a blowout game. Everybody looks happy, but not everybody is happy, because if you lose, or if you are competitive like Al Saad, or competitive like Mustafa Lassin, what you can do. So we're waiting for the confirmation of the penalties from Khalid Al-Hibabi. And it is an indirect ejection for indirect, correct. Babakar Dieng has the unsportsmanlike foul and the technical foul after for the Soben, which results to nothing. The problem will start, maybe there will be an administrative penalty for Mustafa Lassin. That will be explained later. Dr. Tantau knows this better than me on this part. There is the direct ejection for Mustafa Lassin for unsportsmanlike behavior. For Babakar Dieng, it's an indirect injection, one technical, one unsportsmanlike foul. So there will be no continuation regarding Babakar. We need to see if there will be another penalty for Mustafa Lassin, the captain of Al Khor. This is what now the table officials discussing, if they will take the card of Mustafa Lassin, because he got ejected directly.
So, with 1:50 left on the clock, the score remains at 95-46.
You cannot sleep on Qatar League. This should be the motto. You cannot sleep on Qatar League.
Dor finds Kumi. Kumi hooks up with Alvin. Alvin with a short dribble and a shot from downtown unsuccessful.
Some people would maybe say, I would try to give excuses because they are young or whatever. But it's the nature of the sport. It's a competitive sport. You have competitiveness in order to play basketball at this high level. So yes, it can result a few times to some things that can get carried away. But as long as it stays like this, as you said, it's perfectly normal. Yes, it will outcome to some sportsmanlike fouls or technicals. It's a part of the game. They are not playing inside inside the glass. They are people with feelings. They are human beings. But of course, there will be consequences. Of course, this is normal.
Consequences, indeed, for your actions. For every action, there must be a reaction. Everybody must understand that as the Sad bench comes alive with a massive roar. 95-46, 1:10 left on the clock in the final quarter of the men's basketball league. Coming to you live from the Rafa Sports Club. Tasus and Rico in the house.
And an extremely competitive game, even with the 50-point difference. We saw what happened with the ejections of Lassin and Babakar in the last 2 minutes, because both teams were still fighting for their respect and for their pride.
And everybody wants their respect and pride, don't they?
Yes, but respect and pride, all of these
is earned.
things, Earn, sure, but you need always to have. There is a red line that you cannot cross. Lassine crossed this red line now, and of course you will face the consequences. And he understands better than we said it right now. We understand the competitiveness. We understand that there will be a fight, and we understand that the brother will assist to the brother. It's a brotherly.
It's a brotherly love.
Brotherly
The brotherhood.
But
100, they've reached the century. 100 points for Al Sad with 25 seconds left on the clock. This is the fourth quarter of the men's basketball league, coming to you live from the Rafa, as Al Khor have gracefully bowed out with the match as we wait for the final hooter to buzz. 100 to 46, a convincing win.
And something that Abu Dhabi doesn't know, but he did for the good of the team. If you keep the ball at the end of every time, it's going to be a turnover on your side, on your statistics.
Absolutely. And our man of the match, we both agree, is Costas.
It's Costas.
It has to be.
Konstantinos. Can I go?
You want to go? You don't want to stay with us?
20 years is enough.
He's coming, he's coming.
20 years is enough.
Come on, he's coming. You want to leave me alone? You leave me alone every week.
I try to escape to this guy, from these guys, and they find me here. Come on.
Costas. Hey, he said he's trying to escape from you. Yeah, he's trying to escape you. He's trying to escape you for the last couple of years, and you got him again. You can't get away from it.
He's my man. He's a great guy.
Costas, first of all, congratulations. A great win. You must be happy with your personal performance.
Yes, but most of it is that I'm very happy for the team, because you remember how we start and where we are now. So happy that we have a normal team, we can practice normal, and we show in every game that we are better and better every week.
I saw the injection of a lot of young fellas into the team come the third and final quarter. Yep. Is that part of the game plan, or what's behind the motive for the coach?
I think we have some young guys with a lot of talent, but they are 16 years old, so they need to learn the game. This is most important. They come in the practice every day. They work hard, so they deserve some minutes in our games when the game is like 20, 30 points. And I think they play every game better and better, so yeah, they deserve it.
So it's more after match experience.
Yes.
Right now, you have already qualified from the previous game to the Final Four. How difficult is to keep yourselves in a position to play a high-paced game when you know that there is, if you win or lose to Al Khor or to the next game, you have already.
For my experience, is when a big team wants to be a big team, they need to. He needs to play 100% every game and every opponent. We practice hard every game, every day, and this week we practice like double practice and all this stuff. And coach said we need to play a great game and continue to be better. So we cannot relax. We need to play to make a good games without injury, of course, and to be ready for the semi-finals.
One last question. Araxi Wist, Araxi of Samal, he said that he would like to have Al Sad in the final or in the semi-final for one simple reason. You beat them twice, and he respects you so much, guys. The coaches and the players. And he says Samal, for him, from his part, he would like to play you just, not revenge, but as a they want to play you. You beat them twice.
It's revenge.
You want to, is there a team that you want to face in the semi-final or the final? If you continue,
no.
you go to the final?
How I see the game, the teams, I think we can compete with everybody. I hope they can qualify because they have a good team, a good coach. They have a good chemistry. This is most important because you see, before there was 5, now they are 7, 8, and they play great games. They make great games, and they win a lot of games. And why not to be in a final with them and compete for the championship? It will be great.
Costas, thank you for your time.
Thank
I'll
you.
let you go back and enjoy the win with your team.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
20 years.
20 years
20
and you can't
years, you have
escape
to
him.
do it, man.
Thank you to our man of the match,
Thank you very
Costas, and thank you to you wherever you may be around the world. You can watch the game anytime you like. All you have to do is visit our YouTube channel, www.com/QatarBF. That's the game for tonight. Al Sad have beaten Al Khor 100-46. Do join us next Saturday night for the match between Al Rayyan
Can I
and
say
Qatar.
something? We have a message, sorry, from Mohamed Yusuf of Garafa. He wants to say to Costas, see you in the semi-final. Or in the semi-final. So we pass the message from the captain of national.
From me, Costas, and all the team at the QBF channel, thank you for your company and good night.